Hi, welcome to our lovely home. This is my beloved husband, Christian, and my name is Sonica. Today we're going to be sharing with you some ideas about what we produce when we defend.
I was reading the Course in Miracles this morning, and I read this little passage that said, "What you defend yourself against, you make real. It is by your defending yourself against it that you make it more and more real. And it's only when you lay down your defenses that you realize it isn't real."
An example we were just thinking of was about, 5 years ago when Christian was still living in Denmark. I was so filled and bursting with love, and I remember sharing with him over the phone, "You want to come stay with me for 3 months?"
And that sounds sweet. Well, how I took it at the time is I put up all my defenses. What it sounded to me like was, do you want to give up your freedom and just come stay with me, and that's all we'll do, and forget about what you got going on? I made that up, and I put up a very strong defense against it, which Sonica had to bear the burden of. And it was a complete makeup on my part. By my defending myself against this idea that she somehow wanted to imprison me and curb my freedom, I was creating this thing out of nothing. It wasn't until I realized sometime later that she had no such desire. There was nothing I really needed to defend myself against. There was nobody who could curb my freedom, and certainly not Sonica, and certainly she didn't have that desire. And when I dropped my defense, I realized I wanted what she wanted. We wanted the exact same thing.
And that is almost always the case in relationship. Even if someone is saying, for example, let's say they're criticizing you. Same thing, if we defend against that criticism, we make it bigger and more real. And if we can just listen to what the person is saying and what the desire is they're expressing underneath, it all falls away. And we can drop down into that place where we really want the same things.
So that's what we want to give you today, is for you to look at, what are you defending yourself against in your relationship? Where could you let your defenses fall? What might you be making more real by your defense against it?
Yes, enjoy opening and softening to everything that comes your way.
Blessings.
Blessings.